Okay, so today we're looking at aging environments, specifically these terms continental aged and tropical aged. Now, continental aged refers to, older Europe. If you think of the traditions of Irish, Scotch, and cognac, and I'll use Scotland as an example. We think of the dunnage warehouses, cool climate Scotland, very sort of consistent temperatures in those warehouses, certainly not a lot of daily fluctuation in temperature, and quite cool ambient temperatures. Then you've got tropical aging, which it's quite a broad term, but it certainly relates to those more tropic temperate climates, sugarcane growing regions, and you'll often see in the world of rum tropical aging proudly displayed on the label, and that's because that aging environment contributes so much to that rum's character in a relatively short time frame. And this is one of the reasons we're a bit wary about paying too much attention to age in a spirit, because a spirit aged in a tropical environment or matured in a tropical environment in barrel is going to develop a lot of that maturation character in a much shorter time frame. And that is simply because at those higher ambient temperatures, the spirit seeping in and out of the wood and pulling color and flavor in a much faster manner. And some people talk about 3 times as fast. That's a bit of a general thumbsuck, but it can be as much as 3 times and sometimes less dramatic than that. There's also more evaporation typically in a hot climate, so you get that concentration of color and flavor as well. Another thing that heat will do is pull more tannic acid out of the barrels in a faster manner, and that acid can interact with the alcohol and form esters and impact that spirit in a more dramatic way in a shorter time frame. Now, that so you won't see the Scotland talking about continental aging, because it's just part of the territory, and it's an established aging environment. So, but you will see certainly spirits aged in tropical environments often being explicit about that aging environment, and they don't want to. You might see less age statements coming out of tropical aged whiskey because they don't want the negative connotation of being only 4 years old. But when you look at that 4-year-old spirit, it could have quite a lot of richness and color. It could be perfectly balanced. It could be a very classy spirit. So one of the reasons we want you to treat age as just one of those data points when you're assessing a spirit in front of you. Now, the best possible way I can demonstrate the difference between continental aging and tropical aging is through this unique opportunity. These are 2 rums, Jamaican rums, the same distillate, exactly the same distillate from the same distillation run, put into the same types of barrels. One was aged for 14 years entirely in a tropical environment, the other aged for 14 years entirely in a continental environment. So quite a forward-thinking experiment to do, quite a long investment to draw this result, but just look at that. This is the same spirit, folks. Just look at the color difference. This is pale straw at best. This is quite rich, lovely sort of honey, light amber color. What else do we know about this? So it's got the ester count on the front, 129, 324. Same spirit, different ester count. So that shows it's not just the color and flavor extracted from the wood, but it's the chemical development of that spirit is also affected by temperature. So let's have a first go at this one compared with this. Yeah, a lot more power, more ester, more fruit. This one more elegant. So I'm not necessarily this one is better than this one. I'm just highlighting the differences between the two. So higher ester count, higher absolute temperatures. Temperature tends to accelerate all sorts of chemistry and chemical reactions. In this case, I think it's just the extra tannic acid out the wood, higher temperatures, more ester development in barrel. This one probably relying more on the esters that were produced through distillation, which with much slower development. Alcohol percentage 64.8, 69.7. So there we see the higher evaporation rate, making this more than 5% stronger than that. So I hope that gives you some insight into tropical versus continental aging, how it can impact the development of a spirit, and just alludes to the fact that don't always place age at the top of the pile when it comes to quality in spirits. Thanks.